if I recall, I spent quite a bit of time today, or at least a significant amount of time, playing Bloons Tower Defense 6. And today was the day I got an achievement for completing 10 daily challenges, as well as for winning 10 games with just magic monkeys. Or I guess the technical term may be magic categorized towers. Or magic type towers. This game has a tendency to sometimes show you the avatar of players whenever they, I think it's whenever they, sometimes when they polish one of your cultural buildings. Showing the avatar itself does not really give any personal information because there's only so many avatars to choose from. Only so many portraits. And I have quite a ways to go before I were to unlock all of them. At this point, I haven't really thought of, at least not much, of changing my current portrait in order to use the technical term. In regards to the Crystal Lighthouse, whether to go with building that up or deciding to focus on accompanying the dwarves, which I have been doing for some time, since doing so is important in order to get through the dwarves chapter that I'll be starting pretty soon. Here's where I am currently in regards to the Crystal Lighthouse. It's tempting to spend diamonds to immediately forge the last rune, but I know that would be a bad idea long term. I took part in encounters within the Spire or Spear, I think it's pronounced Spire of Eternity, as well as tournament encounters. Until I reached a province in which the enemy squad size was greater than my own squad size. I've been able to make it to the goal of 100 completed provinces before getting to this technology research that would officially start the dwarves chapter for me. And earlier today, I accepted an offer by another player in order to get enough magic dust. If I recall, I gave up 5,000 elixir, which is my tier 3 boosted good, so I could get 5,000 magic dust. Which is a pretty standard deal for me because I typically go with what the game suggests, generally making it so that the demanded goods are roughly equal to the offered goods. As fair deals ensure that your offers will be accepted relatively quickly. These Aku grain potatoes are pretty good. I'm enjoying the sour cream quite a bit. This is what I have so far in regards to notes on mostly the 99 Dan Hamming episode. Right before dinner, I updated my Iron Rage launcher and found out that I had missed 2 days on the game due to it now being in launcher form. And it turns out that in my copy of Rapper Offline, the video editor part of it currently doesn't work due to the January 12 time bomb. So I think I'll have to go on Discord in order to, and other places in order to find ways to resolve the issue. I currently need Rapper Offline due to this brief scene requiring Dan Hamming. Though in the meantime, I'll try to do some additional work. Though I'm pretty sure Rapper Offline is also where I currently get the Eric voice, which is Dan Hammond's voice. I was able to find on this laptop that old Starry Night, that Starry Sky prop, and I made the black background transparent, so it would be just those white dots that represent stars. I could add that prop of stars to a very dark blue sky that's meant to represent a city at night. The scene I'm depicting has everything closed down, and the lights generally turned off. But obviously it can't be a starry night, the kind you would see in a remote place, with little light pollution, which blocks out the true night sky. Because obviously, the scene I was depicting that involved the three men with Caesar's dad and the Uber driver. Obviously, it's not a remote place. It's an urban setting. I was concerned because I gleeked a little bit, which is when, if I recall, it's when you sprayed a bit. A bit of saliva came out while I was talking. Around noonish, I had some leftover pizza and wings that I microwaved off of a plastic lid for 2 minutes, and then 3 hours earlier, roughly, Dad left out a bowl of, Italian wedding soup. And I microwaved it the midpoint of 4 minutes. And then I put some tortilla chips on top of it, and the whole thing was in this plastic bowl container that was black, and I covered it per the directions with a plastic lid. The directions didn't specify what to cover it with, it just said cover, but from experience, I can say that a plastic lid works better than a paper towel. A plastic lid is much more secure. I put the chips on top to basically be the equivalent of crackers. Basically gives you something to dip into the soup. Though I can't really say I dipped it per se, because I put all the 2 handfuls of chips into the soup all at once. And there was also a point in which this laptop kind of shut off while I was playing, doing province encounters, standard province encounters, because of the low battery, due to there being some issues with this laptop charging at times. Though now I think I've been able to get the battery to at least 60%. When the shutoff suddenly occurred, I left the laptop off, but charging for roughly half an hour. And that I did that by making the decision at that point to prepare and have the soup, and ultimately make the move from the spare room to Dad's room here. And then I think it was after having the soup that I moved the laptop into here. That's what I'm recalling.